everyone and thanks for joining us. This is Amhara Media Corporation, Amhara TV News. With the news, I'm Gaila Damu. Stay tuned. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Demeke Mekonnen, had participated on Tuesday, October 26, in a ceremony held in Addis Ababa to mark United Nations Day. In addressing the gathering, Mr. Demeke underscored Ethiopia's commitment to value the UN Charter and pledged to continue supporting the multifaceted activities that the UN is undertaking in Ethiopia. Mr. Demeke also highlighted efforts of the Ethiopian government to create understanding between Ethiopia and the UN regarding current situations in the country. He added that as one of the founding members of the UN, Ethiopia would continue to play its part in achieving its goals. High-level UN officials and representatives from African Union also addressed the gathering. United Nations Day is an annual commemorative day reflecting the official creation of the United Nations on 24 October 1945. Ethiopian Center for Peace and Progress Vice Chairperson Ustaz Jamal Bashir said the political turmoil in Sudan affects not only Ethiopia but also other countries in the Horn of Africa. Abebe Brahani reports.
In an exclusive interview with Ethiopian news agency, the vice chairperson said the tensions and turmoil in Sudan will have effect on Ethiopia due to its geographical location. According to him, the Egyptian media unashamedly claims that Ethiopia is happy with what is happening in Sudan. Ustaz Jamal pointed out to them to recall Ethiopia's diplomatic role in 2018 in settling the political tensions in Sudan, leading to the establishment of a government consisting of civilians and military personnel. The government of Ethiopia has played indeed a significant role in successfully mediating the establishment of a coalition government consisting civilian and military components and to adopt the constitutional document of the transitional period. Zahid Zaidan Al-Hari, a researcher on Ethiopia and Arab relations, said on his part that the security and stability of Sudan is an integral part of the security and stability of Ethiopia. He elaborated that the two countries are two faces of the same coin, and the unrest in Sudan not only affects Ethiopia, but also the Horn of Africa. The researcher stressed that foreign parties should not interfere in Sudanese affairs, except with the approval of the Sudanese parties, like in the mediation in 2018, in which Ethiopia helped to achieve fruitful positive results. According to him, that initiative was welcomed by the Sudanese government and people. In its statement this week, the government of Ethiopia has said that it is closely following developments in the Sudan. It reiterated the need for the respect of the sovereign aspiration of the people of the Sudan and the non-interference of external actors in the internal affairs of the Sudan.
In a related news, the president of Kings of Abai Media and vice chairperson of Ethiopian Center for Peace and Progress, Ustaz Jamal Bashir said activities have been underway to correct the distorted information of the Arab world on the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Brahan Werkana has the details.
Ustaz Jamal, who has been actively engaged in informing both the Arab and Ethiopian audiences about the dam, has also raised $1.1 million for the construction of the dam from the Ethiopian diaspora in 1 month. He told Ethiopian news agency that almost everyone in Europe, US and even in Arab countries attach the Nile River to Egypt. They don't even know from where the Nile River comes and which countries are the source of the Nile, Ustaz Jamal stated, adding that most of the programs in the Kings of Abai Media are therefore focused on promoting the truth about the Nile River and GERD and clarify the erroneous views. He underlined that people should know that over 86% water of the Nile come from Ethiopia. Therefore, Ethiopians need to use this resource for their country and people because 60% of the Ethiopian population does not have access to electricity.
When we say Nile River, every person, as much as I know, especially in Europe, America, and even in Arab country, they attached Nile always with Egyptian. They don't know even where the Nile River comes, where is the source of the Nile. They don't know. So our most of program was focused on reflecting the to announce or to promote that the Nile River is the portion of the Nile River in the whole resource of the Nile is 86.5. So Egypt are using this resource. It's okay, but also we need to mobilize or to use this resource for our country.
He elaborated they are working very hard to mislead the world by promoting propaganda and lies about the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam.
We are effectively working in Arabic and Amharic language to reflect what Arab country, especially Egypt, think about Ethiopia and the Nile River, and they are working hard to mislead the world by promoting we can say lies about the Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. So we have to tell the world that this Renaissance Dam is just to get the electricity, the power that every country in the world have. We have now more than 40,000 dams in the world. So we are not in the first person or the first country we building this dam. So we want to promote this issue.
Furthermore, the president stated that he has been trying to inform the Arab world that this project does not cause harm to any of the downstream countries. Ustaz Jamal further urged all Ethiopians to work hard and continue their support to complete the dam, which will bring many benefits to the country.
The annual Innovation Africa Digital Summit that focused on accelerating national ICT agendas, supporting African countries as they look to improve ICT maturity ranking and laying foundations for achieving sustainable development goals, is underway here in Addis Ababa. Abebe Brahani reports.
Opening the today's summit, Innovation and Technology Minister Belete Molla said Ethiopia is working to transform its economy using digitalization as a key instrument. He added that the homegrown economic reform agenda acknowledges the importance of transforming Ethiopia's economy to a digital one. The minister noted that the country is implementing Digital Ethiopia 2025 strategy to implement the policy of the government and transform the economy through digitalization. According to him, with over 112 million population, Ethiopia has the demographic and human power advantage highly needed for digital business and transformation. Some 300,000 students graduate and join the job market every year. Extensia Chief Executive Officer Tariq Malik said on his part that the summit supports Ethiopia's economic reform agenda. He stated that they are excited to be here again in support of the government of Ethiopia in the evolution of telecommunication liberalization and privatization agenda, and the summit will support the effort of the government. The Chief Executive Officer pointed out that the summit supports digital transformation in Africa by bringing key decision makers, service regulators and providers together. It was learned that 250 people from 47 countries, 25 from Africa and 171 individual companies are attending the summit in Ethiopia. The Extensia company provides essential support service to policymakers, regulators, service providers, major end users and solution providers across the African telecom and ICT ecosystem.
Residents of Samara Logia said to destroy the basis of existence of the people and show its contempt towards the people of Afar, the terrorist group has not only massacred people but also slaughtered camels. Brown Work and Atil Sasmore.
The residents of Samara, Logia town, told Ethiopian news agency that the attack of the terrorist group on the people of Afar for the second time demonstrated that it is inhuman and never learns from its past mistakes. TPLF had fired heavy weapons and killed innocent people, including children and mothers, they recalled, adding that it has now slaughtered camels which the Afar people see as their children. The residents elaborated that the terrorist TPLF has revealed its deep hatred for the Afar people by killing their camels, which are symbols of wealth and honor. The elderly Hassan Hussein Ahmed said camels are highly regarded by the Afar people as their camel milk and meat are considered medicine. He noted that the existence of the Afar is closely woven with camels. When a camel is killed inappropriately, 12 cattle would be given as compensation. Ahmed Isse said on his part, camel is a big asset for an Afar, and these people of Afar do not have life without camels. The youngster Ahmed Wali said the attack of the terrorist TPLF group on innocent Afar civilians and their assets has tested the patience of the Afar people. The elderly Hassan Hussein Ahmedo underscored that the slaughter on the camels is aimed at crashing the economy and impoverish the people of Afar. Abdu Yassin said the terrorist group has committed heinous and unspeakable crime that demonstrates its cowardice. He added that the crime has angered the Afar people and they are ready to destroy the terrorist group. Abdu stressed that they are ready to bury the barbaric group. He underscored that the people of Afar will repeat the victory of their fathers by defeating the terrorist group.
Leaders of four contending political parties have called on the government to intensify airstrikes on weapons repair factories and training centers that the terrorist TPLF uses to prolong the war it triggered. Rohan Warkana has the details.
Leaders of the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Party, Amhara Democratic Forces Movement, Oromo Liberation Movement, and Hidasi Party said they staunchly stand for the sovereignty and unity of the country. Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Party Public Relations Head Abraham Haimano said his party supports the strike of the government on TPLF strategic areas. He added that the measures would help to end the war in a short period of time and such efforts need to be continued.
ፓርቲያችን ሰሞኑን መንግስት እየወሰደ ያለውን ነገር በጣም እንደግፋለን.
Our party is very supportive of what the government is doing right now. We are monitoring the situation, including the measures taken on strategic locations of TPLF training centers and the Almeda textile factory that has been producing military uniforms by the terrorist group as disguises. We support this. The demolition of more major bases is also crucial to end the war because the air support will enable the ground troops to easily destroy the TPLF.
በጣም ጥሩ ነው እንደግፈዋለን.
Oromo Liberation Movement Chairman Dereje Bekele said the terrorist group is committing inhuman acts in Amhara and Afar regions, even if the government earlier declared unilateral ceasefire and withdrew its troops from Tigray region.
የኛ መከላከያ ሰራዊቱ ማድረግ ያለበት ወደፊት ሄዶ በጦርነቱ ቶሎ እንዲቋጭ ነው.
The National Defense Force must use all means and end the war as soon as possible. The desire of our party is to see a lasting peace. If we manage to bring peace, we can effectively engage in development activities.
ወደ ልማቱ እንመለሳለን ማለት ነው. ልማት ስራችን እንቀጥላለን.
According to him, it is unacceptable for Westerners to side with a group designated as a terrorist group while an elected government is in place. The chairman stresses that it is therefore appropriate for the government to reject attempts of foreign forces to intervene in the country's internal affairs to promote their interests. Amhara Democratic Force Movement organizational head Raswork Malaku said on his part, the terrorist group has been working to disintegrate the country. He revealed that members of his party are fighting alongside the invaded Amhara people to rout out the terrorist group TPLF from the region.
ህወሓት ኢትዮጵያን ብቻ ሳይሆን መላ አፍሪካን እንደሸጠ ድርጅት አይተን ነው ስንታገለው የኖርንም የምንታገለው.
We have seen that the TPLF betrayed not only Ethiopia but also the whole of Africa. Therefore, we will expose the conspiracy of the group at every opportunity and make governments around the world become aware of the Western conspiracy. we will also support the government to end the war.
ጦርነቱን መጨረስ አለበት ብለን እናምናለን ለዚህም ድጋፍ እናደርጋለን
According to him, the silence of the international community while atrocities are being committed in Amhara and Afar regions is part of the conspiracy of some Western countries and organizations that collaborate with the terrorist group to destroy Ethiopia. The Dase Party Secretary General Surafel Shetu called on all parties to work together to wipe out the terrorist group by strengthening the sovereignty of the country. We must work together to bury this junta once and for all. We must use all our forces in the same way that the terrorist TPLF is using and speed up the offensive.
You're watching Amhara Media Corporation, Amhara TV News, and now let's take a look at the foreign exchange rate in Karat rate. That's all the news we have for today. I am Gaila Damu. Many thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a nice time.